DNA, a dark, emotional thriller that balances grit with heart. Watching DNA, directed by Nelson Venkatasan, felt like navigating a psychological maze where human emotions and a gripping crime narrative collide. It's a rare kind of film that begins as a quiet, emotionally fraught domestic drama and then transforms into a tense, unsettling investigative thriller, without ever losing sight of its characters' humanity. The film revolves around Anand, played powerfully by Atharva Murali, a man visibly sinking into a pit of helplessness and guilt. He's not a hero in the traditional sense. When we first meet him, he's already broken, trapped in a toxic marriage, burdened by grief, and barely hanging on. His wife, Divya Nimisha Sajayan, is battling her own demons, grappling with borderline personality disorder. Their relationship is raw, painful, and entirely believable. The early parts of the film, filled with tension and emotional outbursts, are at times difficult to watch, but that's precisely why they're effective. The turning point in the story is the mysterious disappearance, or possible switching, of their newborn child. It doesn't just add a layer of suspense, it injects urgency into the narrative and completely shifts the tone. From this moment onward, DNA becomes a race to uncover the truth, pulling Anand and Divya into an underworld of disturbing secrets, deception, and danger. What stood out to me the most was how the film dealt with trauma, not just as a dramatic tool, but as a living presence that follows the characters in every frame. Anand's frustration, Divya's confusion, and the silence that fills the spaces between them, everything felt painfully real. The film never rushes to deliver answers. Instead, it lets the characters breathe, break, and rebuild themselves slowly. Atharva gives one of his finest performances here. He sheds all glamour to become Anand, a man who's tired, scared, but determined to find his child and perhaps redeem himself in the process. His vulnerability is never overplayed. Nimisha Sajayan, meanwhile, brings incredible depth to a character who could have easily been misunderstood. She is fierce, fragile, and unpredictable, making Divya both sympathetic and haunting. The investigative part of the story is led by Chinnasamy, a police officer played by Balaji Sakthival. Unlike the stereotypical mass cop roles in Tamil cinema, Chinnasamy is subtle, methodical, and real. His gradual involvement in the case brings a grounded balance to the emotional weight carried by the leads. The investigation itself unfolds like a true crime puzzle, clues emerging slowly, red herrings dropped casually, and every answer leading to more unsettling questions. The technical aspects of the film complement its mood perfectly. The cinematography by Parthiban is restrained and intimate. There are no flashy visuals, but every shot feels considered, especially during night sequences and emotionally charged scenes. The music, composed by a team of 5, plays a crucial role in setting the film's tone. Gibran's background score, in particular, builds tension without ever overwhelming the story. Where DNA does falter slightly is in its pacing, especially during the first act. The domestic drama feels repetitive at times, and the emotional heaviness can drag the energy down. Some supporting characters are introduced with promise but remain underdeveloped. A tighter screenplay in those early portions would have helped the story build momentum sooner. But once the thriller element kicks in, the film finds its rhythm. The final act is tense and emotionally charged, tying together the threads of crime, grief, and parental love in a satisfying way. It's not just about solving a mystery, it's about confronting pain, accepting flaws, and finding strength in vulnerability. In the end, DNA is not a typical crime thriller. It's an emotional journey dressed in a murder mystery. What makes it special is its empathy. Every character, even those we are meant to fear or blame, is given a voice and a backstory. It's a film that dares to blend psychology, crime, and emotion, and mostly succeeds in doing so.
Hope you like the video. See you with another interesting video. Bye then, signing off from Black and Blank.